Obviously a spiritual successor to Jetpack from Ultimate Play the Game, which was released for the 16K ZX Spectrum back in 1983, Baggers in Space from Rusty Pixels is generally considered one of the flagship games for the ZX Spectrum Next. As Baggers, the character based on Jim Bagley of Rusty Pixels, you'll find yourself stranded on various alien planets much like in the original Jetpack, after accidentally colliding with space debris. On the single screen planet's surface you'll first gather and combine 3 parts of your broken ship, whilst avoiding alien creatures that fly around in the planet's atmosphere. Upon mending your ship, this is where the game differs from Jetpack. The fuel you need to collect in order to escape the planet is found under the planet's surface. Collect the dynamite and use it to blow a hole through the ground. You'll then need to explore various rooms and caverns, collecting treasures, bonuses, power-ups and crucially fuel pods, which you'll need to carry back to the surface one by one in order to refuel your ship. Each level features a fairly generous time limit in the form of air remaining in your suit, which provides a sense of urgency without causing frustration, and the air can also be replenished by picking up air tanks as you explore. Collisions with enemies or their projectiles do not result in instant death as with Jetpack. Baggers has an energy meter which depletes as you take each hit, so again there's a sense of generosity to the gameplay which adds to the overall appeal and enjoyment. Each level follows this pattern and will require you to find a total of 3 fuel pods. This may sound repetitive, but the level design is such that each planet has a unique, non-repetitive feel. The level designs are interesting and a joy to explore. They provide the player with a challenge which is at times difficult, but never feels insurmountable. That one more go factor is definitely there, as you repeat and learn level layouts and enemy attack patterns. Later levels can also be selected as your start point once you've completed them, although if score attacks are your thing, you can play from the first level to build up your points for the high score table. The graphics in Baggers in Space retain that Spectrum-y feel, whilst still putting the Next extended colour palette and extra processing grunt to good use. Sprites feel solid and very smooth, and there are no collision detection issues at all. The whole thing zips along at a pleasing rate, even when there are loads of enemies on screen at once. The sound is also up to scratch, with a variety of atmospheric background tunes and suitably beefy and pleasing sound effects. Baggers in Space is a very worthy successor to Jetpack, and as one of the machine's killer apps, it is a must-buy if you're lucky enough to own a ZX Spectrum Next.